What's up, everybody? TechChucker here, and it is Saturday. It's supposed to be Friday for this vlog, but it's Saturday today. I didn't have time to do the full-length vlog, so I decided to do it Saturday. Plus, I wanted to make sure that I could throw in a little bit more of the SDCC 2017 updates because I knew that there was going to be some Marvel Legends reveals, and so I wanted to kind of go through some of those things first. And then we'll get into a little bit more of my standard vlog stuff. So this may or may not be a longer vlog episode. Who knows? If I keep blabbing along, then it will be considerably longer. So let's just jump right into it and talk about some of the notable things that have been released or revealed at San Diego Comic-Con 2017 so far that have made me fairly excited. So obviously Mezco, I love Mezco. I only have one of their figures. I want more. And I'm really hoping that their Thor Ragnarok Hulk is one that I will actually be able to add to my collection because this thing looks amazing. I've been hearing a lot of people say this. I've said this. It's very possible I might pass on the Marvel Legends Thor Ragnarok wave and the Build-A-Figure so that I can get this one instead. Originally, I thought, oh man, that Build-A-Figure from Hasbro is looking amazing, and it still looks really good. But holy crap, this Hulk looks amazing. I have got to figure out a way. I'm anticipating it's going to be more than the $80 standard that they price these things out at, so I'm guessing it's going to be $120, but I think it's going to be worth it. We also saw they threw out a Thor from the Thor Ragnarok movie, and then we saw Batman Forever, which this looks pretty cool. I've never been a huge fan of the Batman Forever look, but still, in action figure form, this looks really cool. And then we also saw they are going to do a Catwoman, which I don't have a Catwoman in my collection. This one might be kind of nice to throw in. I don't know. We'll see. Catwoman's not my favorite character at all. It's more of a afterthought for me. But I don't know. Maybe we'll go ahead and reality sets in. I'll probably just get the Hulk if I get any of the Mezcos. But who knows? We saw a Spider-Man figure, pretty much nothing too spectacular about that. And then Popeye, which we've known about Popeye. We've seen some pictures. Not a lot of people that I know of are super excited about it. I personally am super excited about it. I loved Popeye growing up. This is very much a creepy looking Popeye, which Popeye is just creepy in my opinion, but I don't care. I really, really want this figure. All right, moving down into the Marvel Legends. So there's been a lot of news and reveals and whatnot from Hasbro for the Marvel Legends, and some are making me excited and some are kind of just boring looking ones to me. So we'll start with the ones that I'm not really all that interested in, which is the Deadpool, Cable, Domino, and Black Widow with motorcycle. Now, the Black Widow with the motorcycle, as far as I understand, that's going to be an individual pack where you get the figure and the motorcycle. That's not in with the Deadpool Cable set. The three pictures that we got of Deadpool, Cable, and Domino, to me, the one that looks the best is Domino, which it looks pretty simple, which really there's not a lot to Domino, but the Deadpool and Cable, I don't know. I'm not feeling those. So, who knows? There is going to be a GameStop Back in Black symbiote Deadpool. Initial thoughts, I didn't really care for it that much, but after looking at it a little bit more and the weapons that you get with it, this looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to get it because I don't know much about the storyline or, I don't know much about this particular character, but, it's Deadpool. So if I find it, I'll probably grab it. Why not? All right, so then the big news from last night. Actually, let's back up a little bit. So we heard, and I reported on it, I don't know, a couple days ago that there was going to be a classic or vintage wave of legends, and I think we saw what those were going to be, and it's basically Hasbro is trying to ride the Star Wars 40th classic carded release train, and they're doing the same basic thing with some of their legends, some of the most popular ones, it looks like. So we're getting a Captain America, we're getting a reissue of Pizza Spider-Man, sort of. Some people have been saying that the paint colors look a little bit different. You don't get near as many hands. The Captain America comes with the throwing effect shield, which is pretty cool actually, because otherwise you had to get the one from the Abomination wave, and I'm not a fan of that version of Captain America. So, I mean, you can get that one, or at least last I saw, you could get it for like $3-4 on Walmart.com, and Amazon has it as an add-on item. But I don't know. I'm not really I'm not a mint on card collector. I open my figures, so I have all of the figures. There's also a Punisher so far that we've seen on the classic card, which the only thing that I can see that's different about this Punisher is he gets a different weapon. It's some sort of giant bazooka thing. It doesn't really look all that realistic. And then his bandana is red. Aside from that, that's all I can see that's different about it. I have all of those figures. Maybe they're going to, I'm assuming they're going to come out with a few more. Maybe they'll reveal those today. Because from what we saw, there's supposed to be at least 6 of them. So we'll see. I don't know. And we also saw a 12-inch Tiger Suit Wolverine, which is really cool. It's more so cool for me because that means that there's a good likelihood that they might do that in a 6-inch form at some point. Because the body mold looks great. And all they need to do is just in the computer shrink that down to 6-inch scale, and we'll have a Wolverine again. So here's crossing our fingers that they can do that, because that's really, really exciting. And last night's reveal of what I believe to be the Spider-Punk wave, I don't think we saw all of them, so they're probably going to reveal some more tonight. But we saw Gwenpool, which this figure looks really, really nice. I like the way that they did this. There seems to be 2 heads, or an alternate head, but from the picture, it looks like they're the same. So I don't know, maybe there's something else to it, but it looks like they're the same head. They're probably not going to be. Why would they give us 2 of the same head? Songbird, which I forgot the name when I was doing my news video last night, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. And then Spider-Punk, which looks really, really cool. But after seeing, there's a customizer who pretty much does just Spider-Man themed customs. He goes by the name of Pounds978. I highly recommend you go check out his channel. He does some amazing custom action figures, and he did a Spider-Punk that was way, way better than this one. But it's nice to see that Hasbro is they're checking out what others are doing, what the trends are, what people are asking for, and they seem to be responding to that as much as they can, which is pretty awesome. We also saw there's a Ghost Rider, a new Ghost Rider being revealed, a little bit, just a slightly different color scheme for him. But what's even cooler is he's coming with his Hellbike, which is amazing. From these pictures, this thing looks really, really good. I've got the Rhino Wave Ghost Rider. I don't really need another Ghost Rider, but I do want that bike. So if I find that thing, I'm likely to buy it. I might put the Ghost Rider up for sale or trade, just because I don't like having duplicates, even if it's just different paint apps. I don't really need that. So who knows? So that rounds out what I recall being released of images of Marvel Legends that at least I found notable. There might be some more that I missed, so I apologize for that. Tonight, from what I understand, is supposed to be some more reveals from Hasbro, and there's a lot of speculation as to what we're going to see. My guess is we're gonna see one or more of the Build-A-Figures from the Deadpool wave, who I believe we were speculating was going to be Strongman. We'll see if that comes true. And then the Spider-Punk wave, I don't know what I don't remember if that was going to be Lizard or who it was. But if I can, I'll do my best. I've got family commitments this evening. As soon as I find out, I will post up pictures that I find online, and we'll go from there. Now I know DewDawg from DewDawg Reviews. He is predicting that for a new Guardians of the Galaxy wave, the Build-A-Figure will be the Watcher. I just doubt it because I'm a pessimist. But holy crap, if he's right, that would be so amazing. So let's all hope that DewDawg was right, because I would absolutely love a Watcher. That's the one figure that I've been wanting Hasbro to do for ever since I got started collecting, because looking for the Marvel Select Watcher, he was around $100 when I started collecting. I don't even know what he's at now because I've stopped even bothering to look. So hopefully that's what we'll get. All right, and in other Marvel Legends news, if you haven't seen or heard, that Thor Ragnarok wave has started hitting stores. I don't recall. I thought it was Target that people were finding it at. My guess is Hasbro found out a little bit early that every single other toy company was doing Thor Ragnarok figures. I mean, all the way from Hot Toys to, I mean, it seems like everybody's been doing those. Same with Justice League. Everybody is doing some sort of Justice League figures. So this coming year, 2018, is going to be, I think, an amazing year for collectors to be able to pick and choose what brand do you want for some of these big blockbuster movies. You can go from the lowest level all the way up to Hot Toys. Everybody's making them, which is super exciting, really, really fun. Next up, I wanted to talk about the articulated icons. So the ninjas that I got, there's been a fair amount of interest in these. Number one, people have been asking, where can I get them? And unfortunately right now, because the articulated icons were a Kickstarter that the guys at the Fwoosh, so thefwoosh.com is their website, they did this Kickstarter campaign in like 2015, and they, I believe, raised like $300 thousand. It was like twice the amount that they were shooting for. They had 1,000 or 2,000 backers. And basically the idea was they wanted to bring a line of ninjas to the world. And this is the result of that. So right now they are not up for sale as of right now. In my tweet conversation back and forth with one of the guys who actually works for the Fwoosh, I asked them, will they be opening this up for general sales? And he said yes. And I asked when, and he said maybe within weeks, but he could not commit to that number at all, or even commit to it being weeks. So yes, you will be able to buy them. Yes, it will likely be still in 2017 that you can buy them. I do not know what the prices will be. So for the basic ninjas that I got, the price was $35 for the Kickstarter. For the deluxe ninjas, it was $50. And then they had a whole slew of other figures that you could choose from. Some were 35 or 37 or something like that, and up. Based on the different podcasts that they had done in the past, when they do open it up, those prices will likely go up. I bought mine as basically a 3-pack of ninjas, or basic ninjas, and then the deluxe. and I paid a total of like $135 plus $10 shipping. And that's like 12 to 15% off of the base price that I just said. So I got mine for considerably cheaper than what most people are probably going to be getting them for. I've seen people are selling them on eBay. You guys be patient because they will likely come up for sale again. Whether or not they've got a huge amount of stock for everybody to be able to get them, I don't know. But maybe hold off on buying them from eBay unless you just absolutely have to have them. They are really cool. They are super cool figures. And it's kind of cool to have something that's this exclusive. But be patient. We're going to come back to my usual vlog format where I'm going to round it out with something that made me happy and, you know, what was good this week and what was not so good this week. And obviously, number one good was SDCC is turning out to be exactly what we were expecting. A lot of the reveals we knew were coming, but this has just been super exciting. It's been really fun seeing all the reveals. I've never actually followed SDCC this long, or not this long, this closely. And I'm not really even following it that closely. I'm constantly missing things and I'm way behind on everything, but it's just tons of fun. The other thing that made me super happy, probably more happy than anything that has happened thus far, is I got my Ultron head. And I am so stoked because if you know, Ant-Man from the Ultron wave is the figure that the head comes with. And to get that figure in box right now is $50 minimum. Unless you're really, really able to find a lucky deal on eBay. It's been $50 and higher. I'm not a huge fan of Ant-Man, not the movie version at least. Honestly, I'm not even that big of a fan of Ultron. But I had every single piece except for the head to build the figure. I had to have it. So I lucked out, stumbled across a guy who was selling a bunch of BAF pieces, and I asked him how much for the Ultron head. Let's do I think it was like $467 or something like that. For basically the overall price shipped was $6.67, which is awesome. Totally cool. I might find Ant-Man loose at some point just because I really like the Giant Man, Ant-Man Build-A-Figure from the Civil War wave. So it'd be cool to have one of both sizes. But it's not the end of the world if I don't find that, because the head was the big thing that I absolutely had to have. What else made me happy this week? What else put a smile on my face? I would have to say, so last night I noted that I forgot the name of Songbird. I actually think I called her Mockingbird. And you know, most people are very gracious about letting me know, hey, it was Songbird. I had one guy who literally called me a plebeian for not knowing the name. And you're probably thinking, Tech, why would you say that this is good? Why was this making you happy? Because the guy called you a plebeian, a simpleton, stupid. If you know anything about me, you know that I really appreciate the English language. And plebeian is one of those words that I love that word. I love it. And I like it when people, I'm not a huge proponent against trolling. You've heard my if you saw my video in the past of trolling a troll, as long as you are not violent and threatening or doing true personal attacks, I say, you know what, troll on. Because really what trolling is oftentimes is, in a lot of people's views, is a troll is actually accountability. So this guy who called me a plebeian, yeah, he was being kind of a prick about it, But he was not wrong in that, hey, I'm doing a news video. If I'm posting up a video that says, hey, here's the news of whatever, here's something that's been revealed, I should do my homework and know what I'm talking about and do everything I can to get it right. So I say, you know what? This is good because 2 reasons. 1, he's keeping me honest, keeping me, making sure that I next time do a little more research before I just go ahead and post it up. And 2, he used a word that I love and I think it's funny and it's hilarious, whatever. And so, it doesn't mean that I'm going to, kind of squirrel away and whatever, just let it affect me, because actually I thought it was funny. I threw a little bit of a burn back. It wasn't as deep of a burn as calling someone a plebeian. I basically just claimed that he found it in the thesaurus or whatever, because my point was being made that he wasn't smart enough to have used the word on his own in his own regular speech. Who knows? I don't care. It was fun. The unfortunate part is he hasn't responded back. I would love to have him respond back and we can go back and forth with our own little jabs, because that'd be fun. I find trolling fun. A lot of people don't find it fun. I find it fun. As long as people aren't being violent about it, it's fun. Because I look at it as being sharp-witted. Okay, so what's bad? What has kind of bugged me this week? So one thing that has bugged me, it's bugged me for a while, and it's not... Okay, so here it is. My channel's name is techchuckersbrainblast. Now I can't say it. techchuckersbrainblast. It's very rare that anybody says it right. It's very rare that anybody... And here's the deal. I am of the mindset that if you are trying to get a message across and people keep getting it wrong, it's not their fault. It's your fault, my fault. So here's the question. People, what is up with my channel name and what is confusing about it? It's long. I know that. Branding experts would probably say it's way too long. You're using a word that doesn't exist, because tech chucker is obviously not a word. Give me some insight. What would help? Should I change the name? The other thing I don't like it when people drastically change their branding a lot and often. And there's certain things in YouTube that I can't really change. But maybe I need to rebrand a little bit. I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about because people keep saying the name wrong and need to figure that out, right? All right, folks, that's going to be a wrap for this week's vlog. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con, whatever you want to call it, news and updates. I'm going to do my best to bring that information to you. And if I don't, well, go check out some of the other channels that are doing a much better job. Go check out DewDawg's channel. Go check out Rektangular. He's always on the top of the ball with some of these more of the leak information. So let me know what you're interested in, what you like about the reveals. What are the must-haves this year for you? What have you already taken home? Are you there? Can you provide me private information that I can release to everybody before anybody else knows? Yeah, nobody's going to do that. It'd be cool. Actually, it'd be awesome if I could go. Hasbro, if you like my reviews, please send me for free. Yeah, that's not going to happen either. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, I'll see you later.